Good morning to Worship Wednesday this morning. We're having fun already and we just got here. So we're going to open up in prayer, and I cannot wait for you to meet my special guest this morning, someone that's dear to my heart. And Miss Carolyn is the reason we got to meet each other. So I'm so thankful for her. So let's just open up in prayer. Father God, thank you so much for this wonderful rainy morning, and thank you for Worship Wednesday this morning. Father, we just honor you today for giving us air in our lungs to get up and just be together today to serve the people that you are going to have for us to serve in Bella's Closet. Thank you for this amazing devotional time that we're on the 4 seasons of life. And as we tied in to our fashion show for the 4 seasons of fashion. Thank you again, Lord, for the opportunity. We just submit this podcast to you, and we just love you so much. In your precious holy name, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Good morning, my sweet Jackie.
Good morning.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here today.
I know, it's surreal. Like, hi.
Hi. And thank you for getting up so early. Because I
welcome.
know it's very early this morning, but you look so bright for being so early.
Thank you. I figured, I think that this might end up being my new normal, getting up around 5. Like,
Really?
yeah.
So you get up right at 5?
No, I don't.
You got
Today
up
I
earlier?
did. Today I got up at 5.
5.
Normally I get up at 6, but to have that extra hour
Yeah.
to be up before the sun.
It's kind of fun. My grandmother used to get up at 4 to start her day.
Wow.
And my grandfather was a farmer, so she did the lunches and stuff, and so this was her beginning of her day was at 4 a.m, which I thought, man, that's crazy. But I feel like when I get up at 4, like I did this morning, and get started, I feel like, yeah. But I cannot wait till 10 o'clock to eat a snack, because at 4 a.m, it's kind of early.
Yeah.
It's so early. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you again, sweetheart, for being a model again this year for the fashion show. And we're going to get into that in a minute. Just talk about what fun it was last year. Tell your little stories. But before we get started, I want everybody to know my sweet Jackie. I want to say Jacqueline.
Yes.
It's really Jacqueline,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I like. And just tell us a little bit about you, and that might be just a tiny. Let's just do just down a tad. She's got her music she's playing today, and I love it in the background.
My Jesus Saves playlist.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about Jacqueline.
Okay. Born and raised in Utah. Got married when I was 21. Moved to Tennessee. My husband had joined the military, and I was so excited to travel the world. Thinking every couple years you move, you jump from place to place. And we landed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Yay!
And we've been here ever since. Minus 2 years. 22 years we've had a place here. So this is our home, and our kids are Tennesseans. They were born and raised here, and we love it.
Yeah.
And I said he was in for 22 years. Now he's retired. Being a military spouse is not for the faint of heart. I can say that now. Going through it, I just couldn't figure out why life was so difficult. But when you look back, it was a lot of times he was fighting for our country overseas, and I was holding down the fort at home. So it felt kind of like a single mom situation. And I know anyone who's a spouse can say the same thing.
So you were mom and dad.
Yep. Not so much dad. I was soft mom most. But yeah, and taking care of the bills, the house, everything. It was just everything.
Yeah.
And it was just I just thought that's the way it was. So I wasn't thinking anything else. And when people would say thank you for serving as well, for being a spouse, I never understood it. Like, why are you thanking me? I'm not the one doing it. But we allow our service members to serve by kind of taking care of them and everything that matters, the family.
Well, we appreciate Johnny's service, and he's retired out now. That's a great story. He's now officially retired. We got to go to his retirement.
That was awesome.
That was
Thanks
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting us, because it was just pretty amazing. But
and you came with this beautiful bouquet of flowers.
Yes.
And the vase was that from a local artist. That vase was amazing. Okay.
Yeah. And it was sweet. And tell us about the kids.
So Jaden is 20.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah. He works at two fine dining restaurants in Nashville, the 1230 Club and Zuzu. Janessa, 17. She's a junior at Rossview High, and she plays soccer. Jacob is 14. He's in
Oh my
eighth
gosh,
grade.
it's hard to believe he's 14.
And he he plays football, and he got his first girlfriend. Like
No.
it's a big deal in the house.
How are you handling that?
I love it. I love
Do
it for him.
you?
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, and I love that he's open about it, and so we get to kind of guide him. Like, what color are her eyes? I don't know. It's really important for you to get to like know the person that you want to be around.
It's like,
Ask
Mom,
them questions.
I don't know what color I just got a girlfriend. And thank you, Jaden's in Nashville, so Joe and I need to find those restaurants so we can go. A walk.
How about we all go together?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay.
Jaden, can Jaden wait on us?
Yeah.
He'd probably think, oh gosh, Miss
No, he
Cindy's
would love
there.
it. He would love it.
But he helped us too when he come and with you, and he was so quiet, but just he reminds me a lot of you though.
Yeah, hasn't changed. I can't really get details out of him.
Yeah.
I try, but
one day you will. One day they'll call you on the phone and you'll be on the phone with them for 3 hours and they're just spilling it all. When they get older, it'll happen. Yeah. So let's talk about last year's fashion show.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I didn't even know what to expect, and it was incredible. Wow.
Well, can I be honest with you? I didn't know what to expect either. I mean, we need to get the clothes together. And I was telling Joe yesterday, we went to Austin Peay to the Dunn Center to kind of get a layout of all that. Lisa and I did. And I did really good just standing there. But as soon as I got in the car and pulled off, I just started crying because I thought, oh my gosh, from the Emerald, which was an amazing place to have our first fashion show, to go into the Dunn Center in Austin Peay and to think that's where our fashion show is going to be.
I couldn't think. The Dunn Center is where they do graduations.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Yes, dear.
Wow.
That's where it is this year.
That's huge.
And just so grateful to the Lord because Stephanie Jenkins, she was in one of the board meetings that day and she said, what worst thing you do is they could just say no, but let's just ask. And so we prayed and it's like we got the call back. I did from this Jordan that's kind of over at the Dunn Center. And it was like, oh my gosh. And I wanted to wait to tell Joe in person because it's just the emotion of it all. And I was just thinking about Miss Carolyn yesterday, how she would be just floored that it is there because
it would be everything.
She would just be so excited. Well, tell me some of the memories you had last year.
The fashion show?
Yeah.
I guess the biggest one I'm telling on myself here is that I didn't know like I was gonna be the bride. Like I had so much going on I wasn't even thinking. So I didn't even try on the wedding dress before. Like so right then we put it on and Arlinda goes to zip it up and I was like, I hope it fits. I haven't even tried it on. And Arlinda said, Jackie, suck in. So we kept trying and thing wasn't zipping. So she got some tissue paper and put it like behind and we had the veil and my hair down, just hoping that one, it would stay up and two, people wouldn't notice. But that was so much fun. It was amazing. Like, and then just to think about it after all the Cindy's attention to detail is everything. And just how you just put it all together and it was so beautiful. And the woman who was the announcer, what a gem.
Jolene, and she's going to be it again this year.
She is awesome.
She's a new supporter for Channel 4, so she's going to be back. But it takes a team to put the details together. So, Jackie did the cards for the silent auction and then helped put that all out. And then all of the girls it was just like there were pieces, and that's what I was telling Joe last year. You focus on the everyday, like getting the clothes together, and you focus on getting the tickets and getting the ladies to come just to experience something that we didn't even know until we got there. But then when I walked in that day and saw all the tables and chairs, I said, oh my gosh, this many people are coming. It was just that shock. And then it was sweet. And then Lisa did all of, the run of the show where, and then last year they got sick, most of the board members this year, but that's not going to happen this year. In Jesus' name, no. And it's just that we have such an amazing board, and each of them do their own gifts and talents, and to see it all come full circle, it is so amazing.
You have a great team.
They are
of
really
people,
great.
and you all just are passionate about it, so
Yeah.
it's just so much fun to watch,
Yeah.
to see it all get together. I forgot about the silent auction. That was so
That was
cool.
huge. It was just.
Are you
I
doing it
think-
again?
Yes.
All
And the
right.
door prizes, and when
right.
it was funny because right before we opened the doors, I think Faye and Renee and Kathleen and Stephanie and Angie, all of them were out front. So you just had that confidence
Was
when people.
Maxine too?
Maxine was in the back.
Oh yeah.
She
Okay.
was just amazing too.
Oh yeah.
And
Is she going to be back there again this year?
Yes.
She needs to. She'll get all those posts.
At one point she came up to me in motion, and I had to come back there because another model wanted to ask her a question, and she said their clothes are on the floor, and I said, Maxine, you gonna see a lot? And I said, just do your best to kind of just like, they're not gonna know to pick it up, so maybe just push it over under so nobody will trip. So she was a trooper, but she's gonna be
I
there.
remember now. Yeah, she
And
was
then,
picking
and then
stuff
one
up.
time, remember, she was up there where the curtain was, and she kept opening the curtain, telling them to go, and it wasn't time. It was just a
Oh.
lot of fun memories. What was one model that just you kind of connected with that you did not know from last year?
Oh, that's hard to say.
You connect with everybody, Jackie.
I think it was one of the youngest ones, and she was, I think, 15 or something.
That was Reagan.
She was adorable. She was so sweet, and she was so confident. She was just ready for it. And I thought to myself at 15, wow, I don't think I would have
There's no
been.
way
this
I'd have done it at 15.
What was that?
I don't think I would have done it
Yeah,
at
I
15.
asked Janessa if she wanted to be part of it. Immediately, no.
No.
That's no, not happening. I'm like, okay. I would have wanted to have done it, but I would have been so nervous that I would have been shaken. And she was just so casual and cool and collected. And
Well, I didn't know about the tissue paper. Now that just gets to me. That is our Linda. She can just come in
yeah,
a moment.
she's like, what
when
are we
it's a
gonna do? How are we
crisis,
fixing this?
And she stuffed you with tissue paper.
The back, yep. Because the dress was white.
Where did
so
she find the tissue paper?
on the ground? Like she was like, "What are we gonna use? What are we gonna use? Okay, this." And she's like, "Trust me." And she's, yeah, I trust her.
And
it was so much fun.
But the same thing happened to her dress, the red dress.
Oh, I didn't even know.
They had a hard time getting hers up, and she said, "I finally said I got to go," and open up the curtain, and there she went.
And I think that, so my first memory, but my second was Arlinda and I walking down the catwalk together to, like, I don't even know the song, but we just looked at each other and laughed. We were having so much fun.
It was the white, and y'all had your boots on.
Yeah, it was like the
shorts.
bachelorette party or something like that.
Yes, y'all own that one. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that
Thank
was
you.
fun.
And the music you picked, or whoever did the music.
Arlinda did all the music.
Good
She's
job.
done
Shout
all
out
the
to
music
Arlinda.
for this year too.
Oh, can't wait.
She loves to do Name That Tune. She's just, when she's here volunteering, and she just says, I can't understand why you do not know these songs, and I don't. And so she goes, come on, Miss Cindy, you got to know this one, and I'll know. And then if whoever's in the boutique with us, like if Faye knows it, she'll whisper behind on Linda's back like she can't see me. And then she finds out that we cheated, and she goes, that is not fair. So, but yeah, I had Joe go over the songs. He said, this is a great playlist.
Good.
Yeah. Well, I want to give a shout out.
Faye, hold on. Sorry.
Faye, go ahead.
Faye, oh man, like she keeps the fort down while you here at Bella's Closet, while you put your energy and efforts into the fashion show, which is, I mean, what would you do without her?
Faye is like two people in one.
I know.
Maxine's like four people in one. So they got a lot of energy all the time, but just everybody.
I know.
You know.
I can't keep up with them.
Yeah.
I can't.
And then we got Miss Renee up front.
Yeah,
and
she's
just
fabulous.
amazing. She won't be here today, so
Oh,
we
okay.
missed it when one's kind of out. But
Yeah.
and then we've got a new volunteer, Letty, that's here, and she's been taking care of the jewelry, and so we're gonna
Oh,
be
sweet.
working on putting stuff together. And we got to
Awesome.
mention Emmy.
I mean, yes.
Who
Emmy.
can miss that sweet Emmy? And
Yeah.
she's an amazing person too.
She's incredible, man.
But every day when I think about Miss Carolyn being in her home in a chair, she just got booted off a board, a Christian board.
Oh,
They
okay.
let her go. I don't know if you ever knew this story. Well, she kind of lost it in one of the meetings, and they decided it was enough, and so they just pretty much booted her out. I don't know if they voted her out, but so she was in her chair at home during that, kind of recovering from that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Still selling real estate. That's how you met her,
Yep.
doing real
Yep.
estate, because
Yep.
you came in that day and she could not wait for us to meet you. It was so sweet. And so just thinking about her being at home in a hurtful situation, trying to process that, because you don't ever, being hurt's hurt,
Yeah.
but being hurt by Christian organizations even worse,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, no doubt.
And so she knew that wasn't what God was telling her to do. And I was thinking, it's sweet how she didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I prayed and knew I was going to have. I knew God wanted me to go on this journey with her, and then for her to go through this journey with her with cancer, and just you were amazing going to her house and doing so much. And I don't know why. I guess the Lord's leading me this direction, but she taught us so much.
Oh man, I just wanted to be around her and soak her up all the time. Like, I know I annoyed the crap out of her because I would just I just wanted to be around her. She had so much knowledge and she was so wise and she had so much to share and give if you were just willing to listen.
And stay. And you'd have to have tough skin, because when she wanted you to know
Yeah.
something, it wasn't sweet. It was like,
Yeah.
stop. I got to show these.
Ouch, that hurt, but I know.
I know.
Thank you.
So let's talk about this year's fashion show. What are you excited about for this year?
The music, just the whole spectacle, all of it, just the show of it. It's so much fun. When I was in elementary, I did a couple fashion shows for Nordstrom and JCPenney, and
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't think about it till yesterday. I was like, oh wait, I have done this before, and they were awesome. And this one was, maybe you could get paid to do fashion shows, or I don't even know what the position would be, but you're really good at it.
Thank you, darling. I cannot only. The credit has to come from the Lord, because I have to pray and say, God, show me, because sometimes it's overwhelming. I'll be honest. And then this year, the reason the 4 seasons is this year, because our Linda mentioned, let's do 4 seasons, which is a lot more work, because that's 4 seasons of clothes, except just like a pink and red outfit.
You're right.
And so I prayed and I felt God's release for us to do it. So I'm excited about the different seasons of fashion.
Oh yeah.
Like this one here represents the spring fashion. And so to see the different looks that is coming in from the different people in our community, these are the clothes that has been donated to us that we're showcasing.
I know that's a very exciting part. Somebody sitting out in the crowd might see something that they donated.
Yes.
That would be sweet.
Yes. And so it's going to be funny. They're going to think, well, man, I wouldn't have given it to them if I thought I could wear it like that. I think I want it back. Can I have it back now that you show me how to wear it? So it's just going to be fun.
Yeah.
But, my sweet husband helped me with this little questionnaire. He said, honey, you ought to do one. This was last year.
Yes.
To get to know the models. And I used it again this year because it's so much fun. And it was really cute because one you said this morning, it was the boyfriend crush.
Yeah.
Where's that one?
First famous teenage crush.
Yes. And you knew exactly. Who was yours?
Yeah, it was like it just came to me and I said JTT in my head. And I'm like, wait, is that really a person, or did I just make that up? So I Googled it. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. He was the one on Home Improvement. So he was so handsome, but he was also in Lion King. He was what's the main one's name?
Oh gosh, honey, I don't know.
So in The Lion King, he was the main guy, the main thing. So yeah.
Okay, favorite color.
Pink, and I hesitated, but I love black.
Yeah.
It's a color, and I love it.
Now, my mother's watching right now. That's her color. She
really?
loves black. Yeah,
wow.
She loves wearing. But let me tell you, most women wear black because I feel like it makes them look smaller.
I wear black because it's just easy. It's the easiest. I have a hard time piecing things together, and I'm like, okay, black I can always do. Black.
Speaking of that, we have fun dressing you. I mean, when you come in, it's like, Jackie, look at this. Look at this. Yeah.
Yeah, and that started with Miss Carolyn. I remember I'd go in and she'd pick out outfits, remember? And she'd sit there and I'd go in the changing room and come out in one. And I just remember coming out in one and she stood up and just kind of was like moving with it. And that's when I asked her, were you a model? And she said, no, I wasn't. And I was like, okay, you're just into this.
She just loves fashion.
Fashion.
Do you know the story about her where she was in Nashville, had a corporate job in Nashville, and all the women would come in dressed and she didn't have the money to buy the clothing, and that's why it was on her heart to make sure every woman had what they needed when they go into the workplace, which I thought was a sweet story.
So sweet. And I tell people all the time, especially soldiers getting out, female soldiers, because they just wear, wear what they wear in the military. Go to Bella's Closet. There's amazing stuff, and it's free. Don't feel any sort of way about going and getting free clothes. It's meant for you to use and to take and to appreciate.
Well, before we go to the next question, how many of you brought in here? Because there have been some amazing ladies that you have brought in here.
I've come in with, I think, 7.
I thought it was more than that. And
No.
they were so humble when they got the
Yeah.
clothes. And you would just take it in there to them and then tell them what looked good. It was sweet. It's sweet to see them go out with a bag of clothes.
Yeah, and then just to tell people about it who wear business clothes for work, but are just in the grind, making ends meet. Just the thought of having to buy clothes on top of that. So you and Miss Carolyn have relieved so much pressure and stress over money for so many people.
Yeah. And
I've saved thousands of dollars on clothes shopping at Bella's Closet. Thousands, if not more. Yeah. And they're amazing clothes. I wore them. I had to wear business clothes when I worked with the Honor Foundation, and I'm telling you, I can't be any more thankful for all that I was able to get from Bella's Closet and look amazing in it.
Yes, you did. Every outfit. Okay, least favorite activity.
Grocery shopping at Walmart. Walmart stresses me out. So I did it. This is kind of cute. I did it, that was me. I did the grocery shopping with the 3 kids when they were little. I did it. I didn't think anything of it. But then as they got older, I realized how much I really don't like grocery shopping. And especially there, it's just overwhelming for me. So Johnny does it now.
Does he really?
He does.
I think what's good about these questionnaires, like on the fashion show day, when you're out there and you're modeling and people get to see this podcast will see who you truly are when you're on that stage. So I think it's fun for people to get to know the models that are going to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as a child, I wanted to do this when I grew up.
Be a businesswoman. I don't know what kind of businesswoman in my head. All I knew was I wanted to wear nice clothes and go into a building and be a businesswoman.
Yeah, you do that.
My nice clothes,
well,
and my heels.
You fulfilled that. Okay, if money was no object, I would buy
anything I wanted. I couldn't think of anything specific. I would buy whatever I wanted.
Wouldn't that be fun just to have that? Just go in, don't worry about the money.
Yeah, I just really like that. I want it.
One of my old, there's several movies. Joe and I love to watch old movies, but I think when you say that, I think about Pretty Woman.
I think that's what I was thinking when I looked at it. That's what I want.
Yeah. And she was dressed and didn't look like she could afford it. That part of that scene I love.
Yeah.
Your favorite teacher in school?
Her name is Mrs. Bristol. She was my 6th grade teacher, and she was just always she was very kind at guiding me, and she ended up coming to my wedding. So, all these years later, and she looked the same, as beautiful as ever. And yeah, she was just great.
What subject did she teach?
She was all of it. In 6th grade, because 6th grade was still in elementary. So she was I think we left to a different one for math, but she taught everything. And history probably was the one was the most fun learning from her.
And you mentioned she dressed. She liked to dress up.
Oh, I didn't mention, but yes, I think I admired that in her too, is the way she dressed. I liked the way she dressed, and I'm in 6th grade. I was just like people to look up to.
I'm trying to remember which guest was on the podcast, and they mentioned a teacher that wore the bracelets, and they were like several at a time, and it would make that and that's what they remember about their teacher. I thought that was funny. Okay, the worst advice I've ever been given.
Oh, I didn't fill that one out because
that was for a lot of people. They were trying to think, what would that be? They just had a hard time answering that question. The models did.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I'm a girl, so just be quiet.
That's not a good one. As a girl, to
pretty
be
bad
quiet.
Advice. Yeah.
We'll pass that one after. Yeah. Okay. Who do you most admire?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, don't make me cry. Okay, the name of your first pet.
Buster.
Buster. What kind of dog was he?
He was I forget what he's called, but he was about 80 pounds. He was tan. He had a sharp nose and a sharp tail. He wasn't like it's an overseas breed, but he was just amazing. The thing that was best about him was how much he loved each of our kids. Like he was there. He would babysit them for me. I'm not lying.
Joe and I used to always say, our first pet was Patches.
Oh.
And she was a Jack Russell. She had no personality. She loved Joe. She was depressed with me all the time. I could take her outside before he would get home, and then she just acted like she was just like depressed all day. And then he would come home and she'd get really excited. She was a girl dog, and I think that had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Girl dogs, their dads,
Yeah.
And but yeah, she was our sweet. But we
Patches.
said we're glad that she couldn't talk, because dogs hear everything.
I know. Oh yeah, they're so in tune with all of it.
Yeah. Okay, what would you tell your 16-year-old self?
Learn about yourself and figure out how to be you without worrying about what others think of you.
I love that. Say that again.
Okay. Learn as much about yourself as you can. Just start learning about yourself at whatever age, even if it's 65 and you haven't really, start learning about yourself. And then figure out how to be you, authentically you. I think that's so hard to do, to learn how to be authentically you and not worry about what others think. If we could just get rid of that, everybody could be authentically them.
Yeah.
Because that's what holds us back, is worrying about what others think of us. So I would tell my 16-year-old self to start doing that now, so it didn't take me till I was 43.
You hit the magic number when you said 65, because that's how old I am.
Oh.
And I feel like, I'm finally into me, like coming into myself. Because I think when you're someone that wants to take care of everybody else, that you don't think of your own needs, but to find who you truly are, you blossom in that place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I think it's sweet. Now, the last question we're going to save to the fashion show, because we are going to let y'all, when you're modeling, this is a question, and everyone has written this question out. So we're going to say that for the audience to read. How would you describe Bella's closet to your best friend? And so we're going to answer that day on the fashion show runway, so you can hear your intake of what that is to you. So if
Okay, I'll save it.
Yeah, don't say it, because it's going to be shared. So if a precious lady is watching now or watching later this podcast, and you want to invite her to the fashion show, what would you say to her?
I mean, it's $25.
Yeah,
$25 for the best day of your life. So exciting, so much fun. It's a fashion show. Like, what is not to love about a fashion show? And even the fellas out there, just come check it out. I know you'll love it too. You can pretend you don't.
Well, we had some men last year there that came with their
Yeah.
spouses, and we have the men that come and want to see their wives modeling. So Johnny needs to come this year.
Johnny, you here?
Johnny, you listening? Is Johnny watching?
No, he's getting the kids out the door probably.
Yeah. So
What else? What? Tell me.
And we're going to have silent auction items that day, door prizes, which are fabulous this year.
Cool. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Can I participate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the door prizes, will you tell me a little more about it? Like, do you buy a ticket for the door prizes?
No. Once you come in and sign in, your number will be to the ticket. So we'll just draw out a number, and if that's your number on your ticket, then you get the door prize.
Sweet.
It's really simple.
Yeah.
Or
Fun.
we haven't got that far yet, so Lisa's watching. So we might be passing tickets. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. Tickets might be easier, but we're going to see. We haven't got to that detail of it yet.
Oh, okay.
So,
Whether it's tickets or something, the
yeah,
door prizes
they
are
will
happening.
get a door prize. And we had a lot last year, we had a lot last year. So, well, I'm going to put up here on our screen. I want to put her up. Jolene, if you can see on the screen, she is a newscast anchor at Channel 4. I'm sorry, Jolene, I said anchor. She does news reports. We're believing she's going to get to an anchor position soon.
Get
But
it done.
Jolynn was our
Jolynn.
host last year and did a fabulous job. And she shops at Bella's,
Mhm.
and she's one of our poster child. We
I love
talk.
it. Yeah, yeah.
And y'all will love her. She's amazing, and she really was the first time for her, so she wanted a second to come back and just be a
Cool.
part with all of the team. And
Well,
and
just
you,
Jolyn, can we just make it annually? Like, let's
she
just do
would.
it.
I'm telling you, she loves it that much, and she's so good and so good with people. It's just sweet.
Yeah, she is.
And you'll see on the screen, like Jackie just said, $25 a ticket. You can purchase here at Bella's today, Thursday and Friday will be from 9 to 3. And or you can go on our Facebook page at Bella's Closet and on the Eventbrite, and then you can get it that way, or you can scan the QR code that you see right here up on this flyer. I want to give a shout out to my sister who helped us put Jolene's picture up there. She's very good with graphics, and so
Thanks,
she did that,
sis.
which made it even prettier.
Yes.
So please come out. I know you're going to have an amazing time, but also I think too for the models to come and encourage them, because last year when y'all went out, the crowd was so excited. Do you remember?
Yeah.
You know,
It's
the
fun.
cheering and you
It's
know,
just way above my expectations. It
Yes.
was so cool.
yeah.
You don't want to miss.
You
don't
do
wanna
not want to miss. So if you have any questions, you're free to reach out to me at 931-624-6716. Would love to answer your questions. But just if you have a chance, get your mom, get a girlfriend, get your husband. Valentine's weekend is the next, so there'll be a lot of gifts you could get for your loved one. So just come out and join us. And thank you for joining us today. And Jackie, thank you, darling, or Jacqueline, for being here today.
Thank you.
You did
Yeah.
good. I knew you would. You're just
Yeah, she told me
awesome.
just breathe.
Just
She said,
breathe. We're going to
"Breathe."
have a good time today. And thank you for your music. I might have to get that playlist from you. I just love it. And go out and have an amazing day. This is Worship Wednesday. And just take time just to thank God for something, your family, your health. Just take time and just say, just between you and Him, and say, God, thank you for this amazing day. God willing, we'll see you Monday with another model that we're going to be interviewing. So you get to know these models. So when they out there on that runway, you can say, oh, there's Jacqueline. Got to see her on the podcast. And so again, Joe and I prayed for you today. So go out and have an amazing day. And thank you for joining us.
Bye, guys.